Welcome to the Peterson Event Center as you're watching ACC Network Extra in today's non-conference game between North Alabama and the Pitt Panthers. It's the first year in Division I for the Lions. They gave St. Louis a game their last time out, while the Panthers are rolling 4-0 at home. Jeff Hathorn and Julius Page here inside the toasty Peterson Event Center, probably because of those three red-hot freshmen for the Panthers.
It's going to get a little hotter. Jeff Capel is very blessed to have three hard-working freshmen. And, I mean, what can you say when they're gym rats? It starts with Tony. He's a guy that's left-handed. I love him just because of that. And he wears a headband. He gets a gift from his teammate behind the back with the finish. Then they have a freshman in Xavier. He can get to the basket, finish with both hands. He's a diamond minute man, as Dickie V would say. We're passing the basketball. And then the other game, this was the play of the night. This guy got up. He was texting his friend saying, look at ESPN, da-da-da.
Trey McGowan, who's averaging 11 points a game. Xavier Johnson, 14, 7, and 5. No one in the ACC has numbers like that. As we get set for tip here at the Pete between the Lions and Panthers. I don't know who's winning that battle. Lion and a Panther.
I'm biased. I'm going to go with the Panther, my man.
Tip controlled by the Lions, as their starting five includes Jamari Blackman at 17 a game, and Kendarius Smith, who will do a little bit of everything for their team, their point guard.
You think it's a bit intimidating coming in on the road to Pittsburgh for one of your first Division I games?
Probably helps that they just played at St. Louis, but still, I get you.
Still early in the season. I don't know if you can get used to it.
One on the shot clock. The shot is short and out of bounds. And a shot clock violation. So I think it would have been Lions basketball, but because of the shot clock violation, good defense to start for the Panthers. And we're going to take a look just to make sure that that got out of bounds before that.
Either or, they're only going to have like a second left. If it went off, it wasn't really a change of possession.
The first season in Division I for North Alabama, because they were the first basketball program in the entire state to win a basketball championship, had a ton of success in Division II. One of only 4 programs in NCAA to have 2 basketball and 2 football titles.
That's impressive. That's very impressive. We're starting out early with the referees. I mean, you gotta. I mean, I know it's a tough job, but come on, can we get this going, Jeff?
I'm telling you, replay. Jeff Capel is probably wondering. I see Curtis Aiken patiently waiting behind. We want to get this game going. It's noontime, big day at the University of Pittsburgh. A lot of stuff going on today.
We delayed already. Coach Capel said he loved as a player playing in these games.
All right, so there's the shot by Youngblood. They may have. It is a shot clock violation, so the Panthers will get the basketball. And the Panthers will go with their same starting 5 that they've had for the last 3 games, which includes those 3 freshmen. Also in there, Kenneth Chukwuka could be an energy guy.
Nice back cut right away.
And the dunk for Malik Ellison. Another non-freshman, but still only 4 games of experience with the Panthers, gets the first 2.
That boy loves to attack the rim. Stays aggressive all game.
And I think we're going to see 2 teams as well that like to play a lot of man. Creating a little opportunity for himself was Blackman, but unable to get it to fall. Tony. The ball is tipped and controlled by McGowan's. Good defense by Blackman. Blackman's a freshman as well, averaging 17 a game. Ellison's going to drive and kick. Chukwuka baseline jump shot doesn't fall, and here come the Lions.
On that last possession, I really like what McGowan's did, playing defense, cutting his man off and not letting him get into the paint.
3-pointer no good by Kendall Stafford.
Last game, the reason why I bring that up, Jeff, is last game they allowed a lot of penetration, actually. So to see them start, you know, Coach Capel must have emphasized that in practice, the last practice that they had.
Alexa Matic comes in for North Alabama. Xavier Johnson to Tony. Tony surveying. 2-0 Pittsburgh here early on at Peterson Event Center. Tony's going to try a 3. No good. Rebound fought for by Ellison. Saved by the Lions. Here comes Smith.
I'm hoping that after a basket, Pitt turns it up and bring that press out, play a little up-tempo. Just wait and see.
Long three and a first lead of the game. Blackman hits the three. And North Alabama up 3-2.
Blackman is another freshman, averaging 17 a game, so he's getting it done this year. There's a lot of young guys on the floor today.
Young guys and transfers for this North Alabama team. Good drive to the hole by McGowan's. And when he heads to the rim, you don't know what might be happening next.
Yeah, he kind of caught me off guard. Last game, I didn't expect him to take off the way that he did, but I don't think he's going to be surprising anybody for the rest of the season after doing that.
Wouldn't doubt it. Trey McGowan's. Free throw is good. You see McGowan's cut off. So no poster opportunity for McGowan's. He misses the shot, but goes to the line and makes two.
No pressure yet by the Panthers. Just waiting on it.
Daniel Littles way up top for the big man. Drive and kick. Good tip by Tony. 11 on the shot clock. How much would coaches talk to you about deflections?
Always. It's a good thing. Getting your hands on balls, not letting them move the ball from side to side. And that's a great point. I mean, they actually keep that stat, deflections, at the score tables with the managers. It's just like getting a turnover.
Jared Wilson frame. Panthers leading scorer entering the game. Blackman, shot clock winding, and he's stuck. Just before the shot clock, a three-pointer no good. Jared Wilson framed the rebound. And down low to Ellison. Ellison uses body and the three-point opportunity.
Right away, Wilson frame checks in, pushes the ball, makes a play. He's on fire right now. I don't think he can do anything wrong.
Really like how Ellison used his body to ward off the defender, initiate contact, and a three-point opportunity here. There's an early 4 points for Ellison.
He's a slasher. He's going to keep going. He's going to attack. That's his game.
Ellison made it 7-3. Ellison has 5 of those points. Saw the Panthers 2 games ago get out to a 25-5 lead and rolling. A little bit tougher with the Troy game for sure. And then last game with North Alabama, they really got it going in the second half. Good drive by Smith. Wide open is Ellison. Head fake, drive, and blocked and fouled at the rim.
Once again, guy overcommit on the closeout, drive baseline. That's a great play.
Condavio Dutrell with the foul.
I mean, that's his game. He shouldn't fear anybody down. Where his athletic ability, I'm driving to the basket every single time. I'm sure he doesn't feel anybody can block his shot. He can finish on anybody. So why not keep attacking?
Like Ellison. There's been a place he's struggled. It's been at the foul line, although 3 of 4 comes in, just 9 of 17. There's another guy who stepped up his game in the last 2, Terrell Brown.
He's playing very well. Rebounding the basketball, getting some finish around the rim. That's what the coach wants to see from him.
Had 12 points in 13 minutes 2 games ago and 8 and 8.
He's looking really talkative, too. I think that's what Coach Cable has been talking about, is his energy, being the last guy back there protecting the paint. He's talkative, he's moving, he got some pep in his step.
Drive baseline, kick, and a foul on the Panthers. Xavier Johnson says that's on me. Malik Ellison got the Panthers going early as Panthers lead North Alabama 8-5 here in Pittsburgh. Welcome back to Pittsburgh. Head coach Tony Pujols for North Alabama, as he is in his first season. 14 years an assistant at Wyoming, App State, VCU, and Alabama. He was a high school coach, Julius, for 13 years in Miami. He's really worked his way up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to get it done, if you ask me. I think it's great to see a guy start in high school, have some success there, and get his opportunity to coach, at the next level.
Tavio Dutrell in and out with the free throw. Jeff Capel in his first year with the Panthers. Capel 165 and 110. And Capel and Pujols, they knew each other because when Capel left VCU for Oklahoma, Pujols was part of Anthony Grant's staff that then took over VCU. So they crossed each other, actually played each other when he was at App State. And Jeff Capel was the head coach of VCU. So he says they go back a long way. And he was grateful for the opportunity to be able to play up here.
The basketball world is very small, very small.
8-6 Panthers, and now a little zone.
And I was going to say, with the size Brown has down low, why not just force feed him?
And why not do that?
But with the shooting of this guy Wilson Frame, he might shoot you right out of that zone. Pick your poison. What do? Be undersized going man-to-man, or play zone and let Wilson Frame go crazy?
Every game this year has had at least 4 made threes. And good look back door. Good passing there by the Lions. Good, better block, though, from Brown.
Like we used to say in practice back in the day, no soup for you.
Panthers slowing down and setting up. And we're seeing some switching. And drive by Johnson and scores.
I like this guy. The poise that Xavier play with for a freshman is, it's just outstanding.
Kick out, and Blackman, leading scorers, got Brown kicking out on him. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound to McGowan's.
They're going to have a problem. You have to pick your poison. They're choosing to go back to the middle.
Travel by Xavier Johnson. Panthers a 13-6 lead. Substitutions for the Panthers. We see Jared Wilson Frame spotting up again.
Knowing that they're undersized, they chose that. Hey, no soup, like I said. If you watch Seinfeld, that's where that's from. Do you know about that, Jeff?
I've heard of that show,
okay.
Yes. Terrell Brown with the block. Jared Wilson Frame on the defensive end. And big block from Jared Wilson Frame. Getting it done on both ends is Wilson Frame in his final year here with the Panthers.
You can tell the way he closed out that he knew that play was coming. That's the only way you get there. He knew that play was ran for him to get that shot right there in that corner. That's watching film. That's not you can't see that, but you know, watching him chase that play down, that he knew that's exactly what was going to happen.
So you're saying that's good prep by the coaches?
For sure, for sure.
Long three, in and out. An offensive rebound for the Lions. Good rebound there by Littles. Head fake drive and blocked by Ellison.
If I'm a guard for Pitt right now, I'm getting all the way into my guy. Knowing that my guys behind me are blocking shots and contesting shots like this, I'm going to get even more aggressive on him.
3 blocks for the Panthers and another deep three and another offensive rebound by Littles. Littles, good head fake and able to score down low.
staying active. I mean, that's what you expect from your guys. You get beat off the dribble knowing that your guys behind you going contest. It allows you to be aggressive.
Give North Alabama some credit. You know, they kept at it, kept hustling, and good head fake there by Littles to score. Chukwuka back in the game. City Endear's in for the Panthers, and he's got it right there. Tries to go up and under and is fouled.
To go back to the block party that we having down here on defense, Jeff, I'm feeling a little jealous right now. I had Ontario Lett behind me. He wasn't blocking no shots like that.
You know, we still know how to get a hold of Ontario. He could show up behind you at any moment.
Hey, it's okay. That's my guy. That's what we do. We talk. We know we get on each other a little bit. He'll laugh it off, but he know I'm telling the truth in a way.
Endear misses the first free throw. One thing that Pujols said about his team is that they're going to come and fight. He loves the determination. He said his energy and determination haven't met with execution yet.
Well, that's what happens when you have a young team. You know, the pace of the game is a little faster, especially when you coming from high school. So you want them to play with intensity, and it's hard to really play that fast and that hard and think the game at the same time. So once they get enough reps, they'll figure it out.
Windler. And ball tipped. Again, they're running a lot of shot clock in their possessions. As 1 second is left, and shot just off, and rebound grab by Chukwuka after it bounced. So Endear, Chukwuka, Wilson, Frame, Ellison. And turnover on the Panthers. So you look at what the Panthers, Julius, are doing on defense.
Staying in front, cutting their guy off, not over helping. I mean, that's something that they're doing better than last game. They were allowing guys, they were over helping, giving up a lot of threes, and I think Coach Cable may have emphasized that.
Tavon King, sophomore from Tennessee, running the offense. Gets it over to Agnew. Agnew's going to drive and kick out to the corner, and a turnover by North Alabama. Panthers shooting 67% early on, a 13-8 lead.
Monday Night Football is in your future.
It doesn't get any bigger than this. Two of the best in the NFL go head-to-head on Monday Night Football. Patrick Mahomes leads the explosive 9-1 Chiefs.
Mahomes, showtime!
Against Todd Gurley and the 9-1 Rams.
Gurley, who gets the edge and scores the touchdown!
Monday Night Football, Chiefs-Rams. Tomorrow at 8:15 on ESPN.
15 schools, all on one network. A new place to call home. ACC Network, coming in August of 2019. Panthers with an early 13-8 lead here in Pittsburgh over North Alabama. Cameron Davis checks in for the Panthers. So Davis, Endear, Tony, Wilson, Frame, and you see Chukwuka, King, Agnew, Windler, Littles, and Stafford for the Lions. Wilson, Frame, Chukwuka. Panthers will get it back to Wilson, Frame. Being guarded by Littles, he'll stop, pop and miss, and rebound to the Lions.
That's been rare these days.
King. It seems like North Alabama might be settling in a little bit after some early nerves.
They're being patient. I think it's smart of them to take their time to find the best shot instead of trying to get into a track meet with these Panthers.
Windler on the wide open three miss. Endear is going to drive lane and kick, and a foul on the drive. Foul is on King. More substitutions. What do you make of these? It seems like every substitution is 2. It's a twofer for Jeff Capel. We've seen that a lot.
I think he's trying to get the chemistry, you know, with these combinations together. So it's one way of going about doing it.
Keeping guys fresh, working different guys in. He said competition and practice remains fierce as different guys have stepped up in different games.
Has to be, Jeff. The games are fun, but the practices, coaches love them.
And offensive foul on the screen. Foul on Windler.
I used to hate that play that they just ran right there. That double screen. They come together. It looked like it's open. They come together at the key right there. And you try to force your way through it. He got lucky right there, I think. It's a tough play to guard.
North Alabama just 3 of 15 from the floor. And a backdoor cut. McGowan's misses. Tony crashes the boards, but it's controlled by Agnew. Quickly comes the other way. Agnew stops just inside the three-point line. No good. Ball tipped out. And here come the Panthers the other way quickly. Tony's going to drive, and a blocking foul on King. Sportsmanlike there for King to help out Tony as he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I'm in awe. I just can't remember Pitt ever having guys that can just get to the basket with such ease like this. I can't recall. Can you? I mean, Tony can get there. Guys can get there.
Not really, because back in your day and Dixon Howland wasn't a lot of running. I mean, there was attacking the hoop, but not as much running as we see.
Right. I mean, I think, you know, Coach Capel understands that with a transition to the ACC, the style is going to have to change. We are going to have to play a little faster. So I think he's getting guys that can play that kind of basketball.
I had the VMI coach tell us a couple games ago that Pitt looks like Duke. And when he was scouting Pitt, he said they look like Duke because they don't have the athletes that Duke has yet. But he says they reminded him of playing Duke, and they had played Duke in the NCAAs. Excuse me, as a coach from Troy. Three-pointer no good, and good rebound control there by McGowan's. He runs. Johnson's going to drive lane, get it to Ellison. Ellison misses, and a rebound again to Littles. Come the Lions.
Ellison, no need to adjust your shot there. You can just go up strong and finish. I don't really see anybody down there that's going to block his shot, so I don't understand why he's double pumping. If he's looking for the contact, he's going to finish. I mean, he's getting trained by Gary Christopher. When we was looking at him before the game, he looks like a football player, so I'm sure he's hitting the weights.
He's a big dude. Good quick move, and the 3 from Blackman.
Blackman, half of his shots are 3, so if you let him set his feet and get an open look, he's going to take it.
No lack of confidence for a true freshman. And offensive foul on Chukwuka on the screen. It's 14-11 Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're going to second guess, he's late. It's a great move. That's his rhythm. You can tell he works on that. Going to his left. Look at him. Hey.
And he's hiding under that jacket.
Yeah, yes,
there's a lot going on under that jacket.
Yes, sir. I need to see him a couple mornings a week. He needs to whip me back into shape.
Gary Christopher. Big man. Three-pointer, and we're tied. And Smith hits the 3. And quietly, North Alabama is, and I'm watching down low, and I just saw Littles give a forearm shiver to Chukwuka and start talking a little bit. So North Alabama might be feeling it right now. Now offensive rebound goes out to Tony. Tony misses. Chukwuka there for the putback.
You know, it's tricky when these smaller teams come in, you know, they have a lot of energy. And if you let them get some buckets, they start getting confidence.
The Panthers up 16-14. Timeout for North Alabama. We're back with more.
Monday Night Football is in your future.
It doesn't get any bigger than this. Two of the best in the NFL go head-to-head on Monday Night Football. Patrick Mahomes leads the explosive 9-1 Chiefs.
Mahomes, showtime.
Against Todd Gurley and the 9-1 Rams.
Gurley, who gets the edge and scores the touchdown.
Monday Night Football, Chiefs-Rams, tomorrow at 8:15 on ESPN.
So after the Lions called timeout, trailing by 2, they got themselves back in this game by hitting some threes.
Starting to get settled in. They were a little rattled early, playing the ACC team. But as the game go on, you calm down and, they're starting to play their game.
North Alabama, 3 of 11 from 3, while the Panthers, and that's something they've been riding these last couple of wins, hot shooting from 3, but just 1 of 4 early on.
They need their guy Wilson Frame to get it going. I think it starts with him in regards to shooting the 3.
Blackman. And whistle blew before that shot attempt. And there's an offensive foul down low. We had mentioned that Littles was getting into this game. He was feeling it a little bit and picks up the offensive foul down low. And substitution for the Lions. Cameron Diggs will come in for Littles.
If I'm Coach Pujols, I'm okay with that, though. Being undersized, you have to be physical with those guys. You can't just let them get to where they want to go. I mean, it is what it is. He's going to have to stop these guys in the paint by committee.
Panthers set up 2. Johnson kick and drive by Tony. Ball blocked out of bounds. Will be Pitt basketball.
It's the way to stay with him for the Lions.
And I think the reset of the shot clock was not what was supposed to happen there. Let's take a look here.
Definitely hit the side of the rim.
Yeah, so the shot clock back to 13. Wilson Frame from 3 in and out. He's 1 of 3 so far for Wilson Frame, which is still a good percentage for most people, but the way he started the season. Drive, kick, tipped out, and an open 3, no good, and good hustle on the rebound by the Lions, but it's controlled by Xavier Johnson. Johnson working against Blackman, and getting it under control is Wilson Frame. Wilson Frame's going to use the body and go in, and a little too strong as North Alabama comes the other way. Still just down a bucket.
Well, right now the Panthers are playing really fast. I don't know why, because they have the size. So all they have to do is just calm down and execute.
Stafford goes all the way across, gets it down low, and a foul on Chukwuka. As 15 fouled, 15 Cameron Diggs. And now Chukwuka will check out, and Terrell Brown comes in. I'm looking at Jeff Capel. He's got the face. I don't think he's been so stoic he hasn't moved.
I know what he's thinking.
What's worse, for a coach to yell at you or not to say a word?
Not say a word.
Blackman hits the 3, and North Alabama leads.
I mean, this is a tough game. The longer you let this team stay around, the more confidence they get and the more pressure is on you to win this game.
Wilson Frame kicks it over. Tony is going to drive, stop, and fouled. A foul on Windler. You see Capel. Look at that look. Yeah. I think you're right. I think you'd rather have the coach chewing you out than not saying a word.
If the coach doesn't say anything to you, Jeff, I think he's giving up on you in a way. But as long as he's in your ear, you know that he cares and he knows that you can do better than what you're doing.
Tony makes the free throw. He spent a lot of time at the line. 6 of 7 in the game on Thursday. And has made a couple here tonight. Now 3 of 4. Jared Wilson-Frame picks up the foul. Just the 4th on the Panthers here. 6:23 to go. Panthers have a 1-point lead over North Alabama.
They're coming out with the press now. That's what I like to see. I mean, why not? You have the guys that can protect the basket.
It's kind of an inbounds press and then falling back into man-to-man. And good anticipation by Tony. He's unable to grab a ball bouncing, and finally controlled by Xavier Johnson. And Johnson is fouled by Blackman.
I cringe every time I see those plays.
Like hot potato.
See, on those plays, you got to get on the floor and to secure the ball. I mean, I understand you're trying to score, but once everybody's fumbling, the last thing you want is a guy to dive for the loose ball and cut your knees. So just go on the floor, grab it, secure it, call a timeout even if you have to.
Johnson makes the first free throw. Matic in the game for the Lions. Johnson a second free throw. Panthers 8 of 12 early on from the line. North Alabama just 1 of 2, and it's another thing the Panthers have done. They've gotten to the line a bunch.
Attack mode. I mean, the 3 isn't falling, so as of right now, you live by, you die by. So it's time to keep attacking.
We've seen North Alabama will take its time in its offense. Blackman crossover, drives lane, kicks. Nice play by Blackman, in the finish there by Diggs.
You know, Brown has to pick his poison there. He can jab at the guy and give up a layup. And if he helped like he did, he gives up a layup with his guy. So, I mean, it's not really his fault. I think his teammates have to do a better job at preventing the guy that they're guarding from penetrating.
An offensive foul on Terrell Brown. So again, it's become a back and forth game. Panthers led at one point by 7. Lead down to 1. And Darius Smith. And a ball out of bounds. And Smith, one of the newcomers, but he's a senior. Bad pass, bad decision there. Drive, crossover, Johnson, no good. The shot may have been blocked by Diggs. Quickly, Smith comes the other way. There's Diggs to Blackman. Blackman, no good. Rebound to Terrell Brown. Jared Wilson-Frame, good crossover. He drives, and a blocking foul on Kendarius Smith.
Pushing it, Euro step right there.
You guys work on that? Did you guys work on selling the charge?
Selling the charge? No.
Like a little yell, a little...
Oh, yeah, taking the charge. When you take the charge, for sure, yes. You know, in practice, when you miss a charge, everybody will have to line up and actually do the drill just because somebody else bailed out of taking a charge. So you have to make sure that when you have the opportunity in practice, take the charge or everybody's going to have to pay.
Real confident Jared Wilson-Frame right now. You can just see it in everything that he does. You like that? You like those guys with swagger, don't you?
For sure, he's the elder. He's the elder out there.
Blackman, he's got a little of that in his game too. Blackman working on Ellison. He's going to drive, and another kick. Same play that we saw last time.
Well, Blackman got it going shooting the ball. The last thing they want to do is give up a shot. So now that he knows that they're playing on him, he's starting to get to the basket.
Tell you what, he might be a player that this North Alabama team can build around. Again, their first year in Division I. They had great success in D2. Drive by Tony, and that shot no good. Tony gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. Over Diggs. Tony finishes. It's 24-21.
To your last point, but they were a team that were winning at the other level, at the D2 level. So it's not like they're not used to winning. Yes, it's Division I now, but these kids are going to play with pride.
3 from the corner from Matic, ties it up. Quickly the other way. Ellison, spin move, misses the layup, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Jamari Blackman with 9 points and also some key assists as North Alabama is tied with Pitt here late in the first half.
Monday Night Football is in your future.
It doesn't get any bigger than this. 2 of the best in the NFL go head-to-head on Monday Night Football. Patrick Mahomes leads the explosive 9-1 Chiefs.
Mahomes, showtime.
Against Todd Gurley and the 9-1 Rams.
Gurley, who gets the edge and scores the touchdown.
Monday Night Football, Chiefs-Rams, tomorrow at 8:15 on ESPN.
The 6-foot freshman from Hoover, Alabama, Jamari Blackman. Quite a first half he's having, Julius. 9 points. And not just that shooting, but the 4 assists, and we've seen a couple of those in the last possession.
Yeah, he's getting his big guys involved. I think he's playing with a chip. I'm sure, ended up at North Alabama. Not saying that he wasn't recruited by any big schools, but anytime you're playing against a program from a large conference, you have something to prove. And I'm sure that this guy had this circle like, okay, I'm playing against these guys. They think they're just better than me. I'm going to come out here and show them a little different.
12th made free throw for the Panthers, as now the lead is 2. It has been a battle here at the Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh. Jeff Hathorn and Julius Page. Panthers in their home white, trimmed with blue. And the purple of the Lions with white as the corner 3 goes down. Kendall Stafford hits the 3, and the Lions back in the lead.
Wilson Frame got stuck on the screen. He got to shut that screen a little better than that.
And Gowans to Ellison. Terrell Brown, opportunity to work down low, and muscles it up and misses. And a rebound to Stafford. North Alabama can build on that lead. Another 3, this one short. Jared Wilson Frame the other way. Drive and a steal. Good anticipation by Blackman. And trapped by the Panthers, and a blocking foul. So wonder if they were going blocking or the off arm.
Block.
Stafford, another senior from Northeast Mississippi Community College.
Still a good contest, though, so the effort is there.
Getting the kind roll on the road. A 1-point lead, Blackman with the basketball. Crossover to King. Drive by Blackman, again looking for Diggs. This time unable to do it. Ball knocked out of bounds.
I just don't see any consistency with the Panthers with how they're guarding the pick and roll. Sometimes he's hedging the screen, sometimes he's not hedging the screen. I'm not sure if it's based off personnel, but you have to be consistent. I'd rather hedge, stay aggressive, especially with Blackman.
And another good look down low, and Diggs is just a finisher around the hoop right now.
Can't give those up.
You see lack of energy from this Pitt team?
I don't. I just think that these guys, they started out a little nervous, and now they're starting to settle in. They're not afraid anymore. I feel what the Panthers can do is just take their time and execute their offense, because I think they can get any shot they want, as they have been.
And Endear, good look there, and rolls out. 3-point lead for North Alabama. Blackman looking to build on that. And baseline, Matic, ball kicked and knocked. Blackman's open from 3, no good. Rebound tipped by Wilson Frame and controlled by McGowens. And McGowens gets cheap foul. Good recognition there by McGowens as Diggs picks up the foul. That's his first.
So one thing the Panthers are going to have to do is just prevent the guy from getting to the lane. That's how they're getting a lot of the layups. And I know it sounds easy, but it's better when you have a guy who's just getting the job done in Blackman. The last thing you want to do is to just let him pick and choose. Like when he's out here running the pick and roll, you're forcing him to do what you want him to do.
Gowans misses the second free throw. So it's a 2-point lead still for the Lions.
He's too relaxed right now. So even right now, I want to just be in his grill. We're forcing you here. We're forcing you this way. That's better.
Hand off to Blackman. Blackman takes Ellison to the hole and misses. Rebound Endear. And good bounce pass to Wilson Frame. Up and under for Jared Wilson Frame.
Solid defense on one side. Ends up with a layup on the other side.
Matic, Diggs. Diggs will try it from the outside. Little set shot jumper. And a timeout by the Panthers. They use it or lose it. With North Alabama up 31-29. And Jared Wilson Frame, when he gets going on the break, and we've mentioned the threes, but he can run as well.
And finish at the rim. He has some hops. He's athletic. Using the rim as protection. Way to get it done.
Jared Wilson Frame with 7 points. Malik Ellison leads the Panthers with 8. Blackman has 9. Diggs 8 for the Lions. And a 2-point lead for North Alabama. Panthers were rolling early, got up 7. You kind of thought this might get away, but a lot of credit to North Alabama. They've come out, you mentioned it, settled down, and they've hit some threes.
Yeah, they rushed some shots early, shot a couple air balls. Nerves. That's very normal. But you get a couple open shots and watch the ball go through, and it's like, okay, we can do this.
Gowans.
Who do we go to at the end?
Ellison's got it now. I think this is the guy you want to have it. Wilson Frame drops on the 3 and a foul. I think they're going to call a foul on Wilson Frame for pulling down the defender. So I saw the official kind of pull like he was tagged. Let's take a look. So he finishes, and he does.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great call.
It's a great call. They tried to draw one. These days you can't be mad at that. Players always trying to draw fouls.
Give the officiating crew credit. They got that one right.
They sure did.
And 0.9 to go, and free throw good. And North Alabama's going to go in with the lead. It's just a matter of by how much. Second free throw also good by Agnew. And inbounds to Endear, and a shocker here in Pittsburgh. North Alabama, in their first year in Division I basketball, leads the Panthers thanks to some nice passing, some finishing, and some clutch shooting by Blackman. 33-29 North Alabama.
Monday Night Football is in your future.
It doesn't get any bigger than this. 2 of the best in the NFL go head-to-head on Monday Night Football. Patrick Mahomes leads the explosive 9-1 Chiefs.
Mahomes, showtime.
Against Todd Gurley and the 9-1 Rams.
Gurley, who gets the edge and scores the touchdown.
Monday Night Football, Chiefs-Rams, tomorrow at 8:15 on ESPN.
James Hedges higher from LeBron James wins it for Cleveland.
North Alabama with a 33-29 halftime lead. You know, a lot of hard work goes on behind the scenes for this Pitt team. As we show you some of the drills with freshman Trey McGowan's and assistant coach Mylan Brown.
15 makes. Make sure you organize your feet. Step right into it. All we want is your form. Good. I like it. 1. Here. Stick to shot fake. 1. Just slide off. Show. Good. Where you shoot the ball, boy. That's 6. Anything's going wrong, usually starts with your feet, not with anything else. Let's hit it and get here. Post comes up. Yep. There you go. Good. Hey, good. Every time you find a crack of daylight, make them pay.
And he has this year, Jeff Hathorn and Julius Page. And Joyce, what stuck out about those drills? To bring back some memories there, I imagine.
Same old drills. The thing is, everybody has individual workouts, but that looked like a workout that the kid actually came to the coach and said, hey, I want to work on my game. So it's great to see a kid putting that work in because everybody doesn't have to do it. So if you want to make it to this level, put that kind of work in.
And one thing you can't teach is some of the things that Trey McGowan's can do with his hops. I mean, this guy is amazing with what he's able to do around the bucket.
I think he hurt me after this one, Jeff. I said, oh, that was okay, something light. And then he came back. He was like, listen, I got more in my repertoire than just that one going to the basket. I can show you in transition something a little better. He came with that one, had us out of our seats.
Take off from the ACC logo.
That's a poster right there.
That is some impressive work.
He said Julius Page, who?
From Trey McGowan's. He's the new kid's Julius Page. We continue. We're going to tell you about a championship won by a Pitt team and another one fighting for one today as we continue from here in Pittsburgh.
College football, we brag about every week. It matters.
It's on the committee to look at the entire body of work.
Anybody can lose to anybody on a week-to-week basis.
The College Football Playoff Top 25 Ranking Show, Tuesday at 7 on ESPN.
So toot-toot is kind of like, I should say, toot-toot.
That's when somebody's just feeling good about themselves, usually me. I never had a 4-game losing streak in 8 years.
Oh my God, talk more about yourself. Toot-toot.
Trying to find that wide receiver. The next, I say, Randy Moss.
That should probably be a toot-toot and some push-ups.
I never get any props.
Rex.
Toot-toot.
Kamalani Akeo back to serve. And that was a real tough serve that Madison Sullivan couldn't get to today. This our final home broadcast, and that will do it. Hail to Pittsburgh. The Panthers have clinched the ACC.
And congratulations to the Pitt volleyball team and head coach Dan Fisher for the second year in a row winning the ACC volleyball title. Just one loss, ranked 10th on the season. And you see the celebration. It's still an opportunity to see them here on Wednesday as Panthers win back-to-back titles. Most wins since '91. They need one more in their last 2 games to win the ACC outright. Maybe they do it right here on Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the Peterson event. So you had some hops. You think about volleyball?
You know, Jeff, in the 7th and 8th grade, I played a little volleyball. Me and my wife actually debate because she played college volleyball. I think I can take her if anything.
Really? You say that? You dare? Well, you could say that because she's not here.
We're competitive that way. So, you know, and it's typical of me. She's like, it will be typical for him to say that.
And I tell you what, if you haven't watched this volleyball team, they're a ton of fun. And they've got some great athletes.
I feel better they won back-to-back titles, and I didn't even know. How was that? That shows you. I got to do better.
You know now. You got to tell somebody. And I'll tell you who else we're going to tell is about this football team. They were below 500, and they fought back 5-1 in conference play, 6-4 overall, a game lead over Virginia. They've got to win one of their last 2 to win the ACC Coastal and make it to the ACC Championship. And in the second quarter, the Panthers trail at Wake Forest 3-0. Kenny Pickett accurate early, 11 of 14 for 107 yards. It looks like Wake is really stacking the box. Quadri Olison just 5 rushes for 14 yards, as the Panthers, again with the win in this game, would win the ACC Coastal. Now, the Pitt Panthers are also bowl eligible. You can be a part of the postseason experience by joining the ticket interest list. You'll be immediately included in the communication package for all bowl information. That includes ticket pricing and travel. The priority request deadline for the ACC Championship is Wednesday, November 21st, and Thursday, November 29th for this year's bowl game. Head to PittsburghPanthers.com for more information. A surprise here in Pittsburgh. We've got stats and highlights of the first half when we come back.
Von Miller's wanted to build a chicken coop here for months. Facilities said no, of course, but they did let him build a bird cage.
So majestic, aren't they?
They are. I mean, they're not chickens, but they're sure fun to watch.
Don't worry. I snuck one in. Wait, where'd he go?
Over there. Chicken farming's a tough business. I don't know how Vaughn does it.
Therefore, the merrier. Cricket keeps us sharier. 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 a month.
See more at cricketwireless.com/holiday.
Some of the highlights of the first half as we welcome you back inside the Peterson Event Center. A 33-29 lead for the Panthers, or for North Alabama over the Panthers. And really, with the hot shooting of North Alabama, not for the Panthers driving the lane, it would be a wider margin for the Lions.
It would. They say you live by, you die by, but the Panthers are choosing to drive because they're not shooting very well for 3. So, I mean, I give them credit. Keep attacking the basket. I mean, yeah, you have, listen, if your 3 ball is not falling, you have to keep attacking the basket. You can't get discouraged. Got to get in there, get to the line, make some bunnies, and they keep you in a game every single time.
And I tell you, for North Alabama, 9 points from Jamari Blackman, a true freshman. He's really been impressive in this environment.
He started out with himself, getting himself going, shooting a 3, coming off the screens, using the jab, and then he started getting his teammates going. So with a guy like that can shoot and stretch the floor, and he starts to get his teammates involved, it's going to be hard stopping him.
Well, Blackman 3 of 9, but it seemed to come late. He also has 5 assists. You see the field goal percentage. Panthers just shooting 30%. The big advantage of the free throws and those that three-point differential.
For sure. What jumps out to me, though, Jeff, is that it's tied in rebounds. With the Panthers' size, there's no way in the world that the rebounding margin should be even.
Averaging 8 threes a game, the Panthers with just a mere 3-pointer that made by Jared Wilson Frame, as you see Jamari Blackman and the North Alabama huddle. So they're thrilled at half. What are you telling your team when you come out and you're leading by 4?
Hey, don't settle. Don't be okay just going into that locker room with the lead. Let's put together another half. Let's keep playing with confidence. We can actually come out of this building with a W.
Meanwhile, you're the Panthers. What's your emphasis if you're Jeff Capel?
We got to be scrappier. We can't let these guys out-scrap us on our home floor. That's what they're doing right now. Settle down, keep attacking, but executing, knowing that there's nothing that these guys can do when we get to the rim. We can get whatever we want.
We saw in that game with Troy, the Panthers get down and no panic. They fought their way back. They seem to stay pretty consistent with their energy. And I know there's a line between having enough energy and having, and panicking and having too much.
Yeah, I mean, well, you would rather, as a coach, calm your team down than have to coach them up. So I want to see what these guys are going to do with pressuring the ball. That's where it's going to start, putting pressure on the ball.
And we are underway here in the second half. A 4-point lead for the Lions.
That's the kind of hedge you want to see.
Good look down low to Chukwuka, and a foul by Blackman. That's his second. Good ball movement by the Panthers.
Great hedge out here at the top of the key, but it will give up a mismatch down low temporarily, and the Panthers execute it.
And again, back to the line. The 20th attempt at the line, and Chukwuka gets the roll.
I will say this. If these Panthers shot free throws the way that my Panther teams shot free throws, they would be losing by double digits easily.
I'm glad you said that.
You didn't want to have to be the guy to say it, so I said it for you.
I once had one of your coaches tell me, off the record, that I know a lot of bad basketball teams that shoot at 80% from the line. He said, give me an athlete and I'll teach him how to shoot a free throw. That was after some criticism of you guys at the line.
We used to get a lot of it, but it was deserving. I like to see McGowan's on Blackman, though. His defensive intensity has been very good for the Panthers.
I think Stafford's feeling it from three, way deep, and misses. He's now 1 for 5. And another foul. So 2 quick ones. This one on Smith, his second. Panthers now down 2. Johnson thought it. Drives. Shot no good, but a third foul on North Alabama.
Attack, attack, attack.
And that's 3 on Littles. And while there is some depth for North Alabama, you want to think that they need to stay away from foul trouble here as Diggs is going to check in.
It's a thin line, though, with playing safe, Jeff, especially when you're undersized and you're the underdog. I'd rather, if we're going to be in foul trouble and not have to coach my way through this,
let your guys play through it.
You have to play through it, because one thing we cannot do is not be physical with a team that has the size advantage.
And free throws good. Panthers back even with North Alabama. Smith. Good look, good ball movement, and the 3 doesn't fall. Offensive rebound opportunity, but controlled by the Panthers. Chukwuka is going to look to set a screen. Good roll to the basket, kicks it out, and Tony slams it home.
Nice slip and a way to be unselfish. Extra pass.
And a 6-0 run for the Panthers to start the second half. And a timeout early by Tony Pujol as North Alabama now trailing by a pair. Audis Tony after the great ball movement. Chukwuka finds him. Tony finds the bottom of the basket. Panthers back in the lead, 35-33.
Dying.
Oh, we're dying.
If you can hear us, honey, your father and I are dying.
I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Does anyone have a charger?
Yeah, just down here. I'm here.
Sorry, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
Senior Darren Hall with a 2-yard touchdown run. The point after block. 6-3 Panthers in the second quarter. Again, Pitt football wins. They're in the ACC championship game. And the Pitt basketball team with 6 of their own to start the second half, and an over and back violation on North Alabama. And they've kind of started the second half the way they did the first. A little nervous, a little tight, and Pitt's taking it at them. And that's right in front of us. Just a careless play with the basketball by Diggs.
You can't be satisfied going into the locker room with the lead. I mean, as a coach, you got to be afraid that your players are dissatisfied doing that.
And a foul on McGowan's as his foot got caught up on top of Kendarius Smith. There was no intent there, I don't believe. Just kind of get your foot caught on somebody's back. That's the first on McGowan's. First on the Panthers here in the second half. Smith. We know Stafford will shoot it from deep. He also is driving, trying to get it to Diggs. They ran that play a lot in the first half. Panthers close down. Here comes McGowan's.
Again and again. Big fellow on the other end can't bring the ball down. Those midgets will take it every single time. Keep it above your head.
There's at least one a game. He is a highlight machine. Blackman drives against McGowan's, and a foul on McGowan's as Blackman.
He didn't want to get up there and contest it. These guys don't want to jump up there with him.
Now you get that reputation. You know there'll be somebody on the opposing team to say, "Okay, I'll be the guy."
That's fine. That's fine, because I appreciate it when you in the top 10 play with me. Because if you don't jump, then I don't get the top 10 play. When you jump, you help me get there.
Blackman, Stafford rather misses on the drive. Ellison drives himself and blocked by Diggs. 8-0 run for the Panthers here to start the second half. Smith, three-pointer, ends that.
You just have to do a better job with this screen. I don't know why he's wide open right there, but you just can't. That's just way too easy.
Ellison open and decides to drive and misses the shot. You'd rather see Ellison just take that jumper there?
I mean, if he's more comfortable, you know, going to the basket, whatever makes him feel comfortable, I want him to play his game. I mean, he should if he's open. I'd rather take the open shot than the contested shot, even if it's closer.
The Panthers get it back off the miss. There's Ellison. And a three-pointer by Johnson. He's been hesitant to pull the trigger on three. Johnson now 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Drive by Smith. Smith cut off by Ellison. Open jump shot buried by Stafford.
I like the poise. I mean, he's comfortable. Freshman point guard running the point, knowing what he wants, trying to get into the action that he can exploit.
Johnson against the big man.
He know exactly what he's looking for. If you switch, I'm either going to take the big or let my guy roll, give it to him inside. That's smart basketball.
It's 2 fouls on Diggs.
To go back to Pitt football real fast, though, we got to win this game because Miami actually owes us one from last year.
You would think they would be fired up for that game regardless of their situation.
For sure. Let's get the first one, though, Jeff. I don't want to have to do that.
Jared Wilson frame, number 4 in for the Panthers. Logan Weidler in number 4 for the Lions. Going to set that screen. 3-point lead for Pitt. And Blackman, good pass. For a scorer, man, he really has his head up. A good job by Johnson. He gets in the lane, and Tony gets in the lane. Here comes McGowan's the other way. He lays it, misses. Wilson frame there, but I believe the foul called before Wilson frame finished. The foul on Agnew. It's a 4-point game in Pittsburgh.
I'm watching that.
Ew.
Every Christmas is memorable, but a gift from Kay Jewelers makes it unforgettable. This holiday, give her a piece of diamond jewelry from the 3-Stone Diamond Collection or the new exclusive Love and Be Loved and Signature Heart collections at Kay.
T-Mobile believes it's better to give than to receive. Some may disagree. Others won't believe it. And some just won't have the words. Join T-Mobile and get the Samsung Galaxy S9 free. We look forward to your reactions.
North Alabama trails by 4. They are called the Lions, and they are the only school with the nickname Lions that have live lions on campus. Those are their actual mascots, Leo III and Una, and they are in a habitat right next to the president's house.
And you was loving it. You was back in the media room.
They have a live
all
cam.
kinds of research. You pulled the campus up on a map. I thought you was about to go like re-register and live your college days again.
I'm scanning all through there looking for where the Lions were, seeing if they were eating.
I think the university as a whole, you was just loving it. They're right next to Nashville, and I was like, uh-oh, what you got going on, Jeff?
I think we start raising money for the live Panthers on Pitt campus.
That'd be sweet.
They wouldn't like the winter much, but neither do we. Those are the best Lions I've ever seen play in this building. And it's like better than a statue of a lion. Like these are like real lions.
McGowan's is starting to give Blackman fits right now.
I'm going to keep talking about those Lions.
I'm not going to let you.
Good look down low as we get back to basketball, and a foul on McGowan's.
You did throw a jab at PSU in Penn State, though. I caught that one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I liked it. I liked it. That's the reason why I caught that. I won't say anything.
42-38. Panthers. And now 3 on McGowan's, and he checks out. Good defensive pressure. Panthers led by 7.
I wouldn't switch that screen. If I'm the Panthers, I am not switching the screen between McGowan's and Blackman.
And good defense by Chukwuka. Ellison gets it to Wilson Frame, who hangs in the air and scores. And that's a guy who could create offense and step up and build this lead for the Panthers. 3 from the corner, long rebound to Johnson. You sense this is an opportunity for Pitt, and a pass too strong for Tony and too high as a turnover for Pitt.
What's nice to see about Wilson Frame is that he went to the basket. You know, I love the fact that he can shoot the 3, but he can also drive. And I think as of late, he just been so hot that he's just been looking for the 3. Knowing that it's not falling, you have to drive.
7th turnover on the Panthers. Panthers staying that man-to-man.
There's that America's play again.
Oh, crossover. Pretty move by Kendarius Smith. Here comes Tony quickly the other way, and a foul. He'll go to the line. So before the game, while I'm looking at Lions, you're hanging out with Jared Wilson Frame. I think you get the advantage there.
Well, that's my guy right there. You know what I mean? This is a guy who showed me love. You know, the first time I met him, he came over to me and asked if he can wear my jersey for the dunk contest. And I was, absolutely. Why not? To be, you know. And he went out.
So he asked you about wearing your jersey?
Yes, sir. Walked up to me and said, is it okay if I dunk with your jersey on?
Was there a tryout involved?
It was the dunk.
Like you wanted to see what he could do before you gave up your jersey?
I asked him, but you could kind of tell with his swagger that it was like, okay, we could see that. You could tell by looking at a guy if he got the goods, and he has the goods.
And a missed free throw. And I guess if you were bold enough to come up and ask for it.
For sure.
And that shows a little swag right there.
Oh, yeah. He knows his history.
45-40 Panthers.
I'm an old guy now. I'm in the history books now.
And Littles loves contact, doesn't he?
He does.
Johnson Hesitation dribble, and he misses the bunny. And Tony tried to save it, but out of bounds. This is some of the first adversities some of these freshmen have really faced in the second half of a ball game.
Yeah, you got to love it as a coach. I mean, every game, if you're blowing every team out or it's not close, you don't really get the feelings and emotions that come with being in a tight game. So that's the only way you learn, is by actually being in those games and getting that experience.
And I love there how Wilson Frame went up to Johnson and just talked to him a little bit, just say settle down or whatever it is he said. That's what a senior can do. Driving the lane, Blackman blocked by Chukwuka, but controlled by the Lions. 6 on the shot clock. Blackman working off the screen. Deep three. No good. Rebound. Bodies everywhere and controlled by Stafford, who lays it up and in.
Got to live with that play as a coach. Guys is hustling, just happened to get poked out. Nothing to get too upset about. I love Chukwuka energy, though. I love the way he plays basketball.
He can also hit a three, but he doesn't there, and a rebound for the Lions. Crossover, nice move by Smith. See some quicks out of these guards for North Alabama. Deep three. That would have tied it. Johnson grabs it. Johnson behind the back. Lays it up and in.
Getting a little creative. Creativity.
Drive in the lane. Shot no good. Deep shot falls, and a foul. 3-point opportunity for Weidenler. As the Panthers lead is cut to 3, and North Alabama will go on the line. Xavier Johnson.
Woo. Oh, baby. That's what they would be saying at Rucker Park right now. Oh, baby. Look at him getting it done. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
When you need to bring the pep, Maytag will handle the prep. Go get him, Tiger. He's a wildcat.
Maytag, what's inside matters.
The Enchanted Disney Fine Jewelry Collection, featuring exclusive styles you will only find at Zales. Happily Forever After begins at Zales, the Diamond Store.
Xavier Johnson with the pretty layup. Leads the Panthers with 12 points on 3 of 7. Has an assist, 3 rebounds. He has 3 of only 12 made field goals for the Panthers.
He's getting it done. So far all year he's been getting it done. He's been in double figures, I believe, every game this year. So he's very consistent. And he's a young guy. That's what it's, come on, we got a lot of promise. I keep saying I'm supposed to be objective. But I'm a homer, so bear with me here.
And ball knocked out of bounds off of Stafford. As the 3-point opportunity was missed, but it's still just a 3-point game. King, Blackman, Weidenler, Littles, and Stafford. Johnson, Ellison, Wilson, Frame, Tony, and Brown.
Mouse in the house.
3-pointer for Tony, no good. Rebound by the Lions, 21. Drive, good assist, good rebound, and I thought a block by Brown, but a foul call on Terrell Brown, his second.
Got him on armor part of the ball, what we would say. You would have to shoot.
Is that what we used to say?
Yeah, you would have to shoot for that. If this was a pickup game, you got to shoot for that one. Because we definitely not giving that to you. That's close.
Free throw good by Littles, cutting the lead to 2. That one long, and rebound off of the purple and white. Jeff Capel.
We got to get him. Yeah, I was going to say, we got to get Brown into the game. We got to get him Get him going. He has a size advantage. He's athletic.
Crossover by Johnson. Layup, no good. And out of bounds. Off of Pitt.
But this half we have done. Pitt has done a much better job on Blackman.
And there is Blackman. You see the attention paid to him down low. Weidenler.
Basketball 101. You got a height advantage, go ahead and throw it into the guy.
And drive quickly back the other way, Malik Ellison.
So they're going right back to it. Pick and roll. You got to switch. Xavier Johnson down low trying to play some defense. If it worked last time, just, try it again if I'm a Lion.
And ball knocked away off of Brown and out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock for the Lions. Ellison using the left hand close to the rim. So that avoids Windler's block attempt.
It's good to see in transition after a made basket also.
So Brown is out, and it's pretty, with Chukwuka in, it's not a big lineup. The shot clock at 1, and unable to get the shot off are the Lions. They inbounded deep, may have been unaware that shot clock was at 8. Didn't seem to be that urgency.
And you also have the Oakland Zoo behind you screaming out the wrong numbers. So he might have thought he had more time than he actually had.
Panthers 38%. A three-point opportunity for Au'Diese Toney.
This be the 30th free throw right here.
So Windler, you see the move here by Toney. He just takes it right at him. And you're right, it is free throw attempt number 30. Just 7 for the Lions, who get that rebound off the miss. Oh, a drive by Blackman, cut off, and he kicks out. Smith, with Wilson Frame on him, is going to take it to the hole. A wild shot knocked around and saved by Pitt. Here comes Wilson Frame. He's going to settle it down. Jeff Capel.
Smart move by him.
Calling out a play.
You got the lead right now. No need to rush anything. Get a good shot. Wilson Frame did a good job slowing it down instead of trying to be a hero.
Ellison with a dozen. The Panthers lead now half a dozen. King. Littles is going to drive, and an offensive foul on Littles. That's number 4. So Diggs in for Littles as Toney holds his ground.
You should get excited after that. Take a charge. It's a great play.
Jared Wilson Frame. Ellison with Chukwuka, Toney, and Johnson. Ellison's going to drive. No good. Rebound by the Lions and Stafford. Lead is 6. Three-pointer from Blackman, and he's hit. Foul on Jared Wilson Frame, and Blackman's going to shoot 3.
It's the right call by the official. You got to let the man come down. Can't be in his way when he's coming down on a jump shot. It's an automatic foul. They're going to call it every single time. But if I'm Jeff Capel, there's one thing that's going to make me start losing my hair, and that's shooting fouling a jump shooter. You never want to foul a jump shooter.
Blackman hasn't scored in this half until now. So he and Kendarius Smith each with 10. Panthers led by 12 each from Johnson and Ellison, also 10 from Tony. So Blackman's going to get a rest here before, I would imagine, he plays the rest of this game, with Agnew back in. Good screen by Chukwuka. Back to Wilson frame. Tony. Wilson frame. 3. Miss, and he hasn't found it from 3 like he had in the first couple of games. Look down low to Diggs and just too far. A little too aggressive there from the Lions.
Keep shooting, young fella. He's online. It's not missing bad. You just got to keep shooting. It happens. Stay aggressive. It'll fall.
13th turnover for the Lions. Only 7 on the Panthers. Johnson drives, avoids, but misses the shot. And another turnover for North Alabama. Panthers lead it 53-49.
The demands are greater. The jobs tougher. So we made your truck even more capable with legendary Hemi power. More people are switching to Ram than ever before.
Introducing Levion Links of Love, only at Jared. Explore our entire Levion collection at jared.com. Dare to be devoted.
Stream live events and original ESPN programming with ESPN Plus. For more information, visit ESPNplus.com. Seeing the Panthers really light it up on the score sheet first couple of games. You see 5 averaging double figures. Today, 3 of those are in double figures. Ellison and Johnson with 12 and Tony with 10. Wilson Frame has 9, so he's close.
He'll get there.
So Chukwuka in the middle. This Panther lineup right now. And basically Wilson Frame for McGowan's is a difference from the starting lineup. Hesitation, blocked, and a foul. I think the block legit, the follow through body contact, the foul.
I think if Johnson can have that back, he would have just kept on going. Good play, but it definitely opened up for him.
Johnson goes to the line, and how much do you think of what we're seeing here is it's the first noon game. Used to playing at 7, and now all of a sudden, after playing Thursday, you drop a noon game in on a Saturday.
I wasn't a big fan of the noon game. Me and Coach Cable talked about it. He loved it because the day is long. You can just get up and play. So I understand it from that respect, but I used to have a lot of anxiety before the games, Jeff. Like, I got no sleep, so I kind of was looking forward to that nap before the game. And when you have a noon game, it's no naps.
Johnson makes the free throw.
But he was more of a scorer. I was more of a guy that had to guard a score, so I could see him wanting to just get it done and me having to worry about guarding a guy like him.
Lions working their offense down by 6. And fake. And ball knocked out of bounds. Blackman goes down, but looks like he's going to be all right. There you go. There's the shot. There's your man.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a full shirt. His arms are so big, it just rides it all the way up to his bicep.
I'm serious, Gary. If you're watching the playback, let's get in the gym a couple times. I need to get there.
Johnson crossover, drives to the lane. No foul call, but he finishes. And an 8-point lead for the Panthers.
And that's probably where you're getting this aggression from. These guys are in the weight room hitting the weights. I would have a lot of confidence getting there too if I'm hitting the weights and I know I'm strong enough to take any contact.
Now maybe he just took it off for effect. Like, all right, guys, you're not going to play. I'm going to take the jacket off and show you what's happening post game. Three-pointer right on from Smith. They won't go away. Kendarius D.D. Smith. Ellison drives. He's going to go lefty and fouled by Diggs. For Diggs, that's 4.
That's his double. That's his go-to move right there.
Little crossover right up at the top.
Double move. Listen, the point guards, I said it before, Jeff, you know where I'm going with this. The Levance Fields, Kyle Krausers, Trey Woodalls, Brandon Knights. He had a long, he's going to be another one of these guys.
Ellison.
Go ahead.
No, Ellison remains at the line. So a couple of big men with 4 fouls for the Lions. Windler and Diggs, and a lane violation. So another opportunity here for Ellison. Ellison 4 of 6 from the line. As Agnew comes in, and a bit of a smaller lineup here for North Alabama.
Did you see Stafford get up on that rebound right there on that lane violation? I don't even think he has to go in early. Just box him out and get up there. He got some hops.
Ellison makes that free throw. Lead back to 6 as Trey McGowan's enters back in. Only 16 minutes in this game for McGowan's. He's dealt with some foul trouble. Smith the crossover. Littles is back in with 4. Littles rolls to the hoop. Good deflection. He grabs against Chukwuka. Littles gathers, loses. Ball knocked out of bounds. North Alabama will have it with 10 to shoot.
I love the defensive intensity.
Smith makes that move to the left. Blackman is going to drive and kick back. 3 from the corner, buried by Smith.
Big shot. It's a huge shot.
North Alabama will not go away.
One guy get cold, somebody finds a way to get it done.
Gowans. Good ball movement by the Panthers as Tony lays it up and short. And a rebound by North Alabama. And Agnew was running free deep. And Chukwuka spotted him. Blackman. Wide open miss. And Wilson Frame gets up high for the rebound. Wilson Frame, you know he's going to attack. And he has it blocked by Blackman. And Agnew has it, and does he call timeout? Or do we have a foul here? Oh, behind the back.
Yeah, that's one pass away. There's no way that you can allow a guy to be that open one pass away from it.
Even behind the back.
Even behind the backs. That should never happen. I don't know if it's miscommunication, what's going on, but that's just too easy.
So a foul on Wilson Frame. Jared Wilson Frame now with 4. So the foul trouble going both ways as Ellison comes in for Wilson Frame.
There's been more D.D. Smith in the second half for the Lions.
Freshman from Detroit misses. Chukwuka the rebound, and if that's on Littles, that's it for Littles. 3 points, 10 rebounds, and a couple of assists. And pretty solid game for Emmanuel Littles. And now Diggs comes in with 5. slaps the hand of the official after fouling out. I haven't seen a lot of that. I don't know what the sincerity level was on that. You ever? There's still some officials, like if they walked in this gym, like your hair might stand up on end.
For sure, a lot of them, most of them.
Still haven't.
But as a player, no player feels like he does anything wrong.
That's for sure.
It's not a foul that they call
is a true statement.
It's just blatant. So
Chukwuka makes a couple. It's a 5-point game. Now, you don't see a lot of hands raised in the air when there's a foul, unless you're trying to protect somebody else. Drive baseline and ball thrown out, and good save by Blackman. Smith misses, but offensive rebound.
Hustling the Panthers, but that's what it's going to take to come in here and get a W. They have to be more scrappy. Loose balls. Who's getting the 50-50 balls?
Down to Diggs. Diggs, turnaround hook shot. One possession game again. Well, Jeff Capel said he wanted a little practice for the noon start coming up against St. Louis on Wednesday. Well, he's also getting a tight game on top of it. Ellison.
Took his time.
15 for Ellison. Agnew. And baseline again. Blackman's able to get. We've seen a lot of that baseline.
They're giving it up penetration.
That's an early rule. Cut off that baseline. Ellison
is getting to the basket. A few times he went to finish with his left and didn't convert. He just has to keep playing. It's the right play every time.
I love that matchup. I'm giving it to Ellison every time and telling him, you're a guy right now.
Exactly.
And Wilson Frame isn't in here. He's got 4. And a foul on McGowan's. He's got 4. Foul trouble each way. We're going down to the wire. Pitt up 3.
This Geico ad is intended only for people who grew up in the 80s.
Renting VHS tapes is dope.
So is saving money with Geico.
And their 24/7 access to licensed agents is totally fresh. Word.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Add some color to your Black Friday and get a great deal on a Jeep SUV. The best-selling SUV brand. Great deals going on all month at the Jeep Black Friday sales event.
Panthers only up 3 as they average 35 points from that bench. Only 9 so far today.
Well, yeah, a lot of that goes to Wilson Frame.
All of it.
Coming off the bench, he was scoring 20. I think it was 3 straight games. So with him pretty much having an off night, that's what you get. But everybody is due. He couldn't do it forever.
Brown, nothing. Davis, Endear. Just not getting anything from that bench today.
Last couple of games, Brown played very well.
But I think you're right. I think secretly Jeff Capel is enjoying the fact they've got this tussle. Something to learn from here.
For sure. A lot of.
You see that threes. North Alabama's at a pretty decent percentage. The Panthers, as you see, struggling, just 2 of 11.
And again, with Wilson Frame shooting lights out in the last few games, not having that tonight, Pitt is very lucky to be aggressive and have been getting to the line the way that they have.
And a foul on Agnew. And it's interesting, you mentioned Wilson Frame. He's got 4 fouls, but at this point of the game, 3:14 to go, he's out on the court.
Yeah, he's your biggest threat. He's a guy that can stretch the floor and get to the basket. He has the experience. You need him out there.
Johnson's free throw is good. And rims out. 2-point lead for the Panthers. Smith with 16, Blackman 13, Diggs with 10. All on the court right now.
This is where you grow up a little bit.
Blackman working on Tony, drives the lane, and a wild shot doesn't fall. And Blackman looks like he was hurt a bit as he's slow to get back. So a 5-on-4. Johnson ducks under and moves around Diggs. Diggs had 4 fouls. He couldn't do anything about it.
But the poise and awareness of the young fella to get there, jump stop, keep his composure, and not force something and still make a basket. It says a lot about this guy's IQ at a freshman. It's amazing.
Tony Poolhole calls a timeout. He'll have one left.
Transition. They have numbers. He's pushing the ball. You see a guy take that away. He keeps his composure and gets a great layup.
And you could see Diggs was just like, he knew he couldn't foul.
I mean, you want to stay in between the guy and the basket, but, I mean, that's him using his footwork, the spin move. I mean, hey, he's a crafty player.
That's a low post move right there.
For sure.
Jeff Capel, 2:33 to go. The Panthers up 4. And if not for free throws, Panthers have made 27. 8 made for North Alabama. 8 of 13 for North Alabama. 27 of 38 for the Panthers.
That's what you get when you attacking the basket the way that the Panthers are attacking. And the Lions are taking a lot of threes, so you won't get those free throw attempts.
And you said at the start of the second half that North Alabama couldn't be satisfied up 4 at half, and they're not. They've got an opportunity here for a big upset. Three-pointer down by Smith.
In the second half, it was Blackman in the first half. It's been Smith in the second half.
19, 5 of 9 from 3. And there's Ellison again. Tony drives, fouled. Foul on Stafford. For Stafford, that's number 3.
Again, that's too easy. That's one pass away. You have to show and close out faster than that. It's a quick show. You got to get there. But again, he's only a freshman. That's something he's going to have to work on. I'm sure that's going to be some film material.
Tony makes the first free throw. And you got to know, too, if you're Pitt, Diggs has 4. You get it in that block, you should be able to back this guy down and score.
Got to go right at him. But all the pressure is on the Panthers right now. You know, this game wasn't supposed to be close. So they're the ones with all the pressure on it.
67-64. We're at the 2-minute mark. And turnover. Good defense by Tony.
Pressure to 9. That's the effort you need out there.
And Tony Poolhole, he's wondering where the foul is on Pitt.
I thought it was a great no call.
Johnson using the screen. Drives, goes right at Diggs. Johnson with 21. Smith, Diggs. Right back comes North Alabama.
I mean, it's amazing. You know, he's coming off. He's using his body to shield the defender off. You would think that Johnson was a senior.
And Johnson drives again, and you see it. They're attacking Diggs. Ball out of bounds off the Lions.
And a pick and roll, the way that he's shielding, using his body to shield the defender, both coming off the screen and at the rim. The guy looks like a senior making those kind of plays.
We got a timeout here. I don't know if I think they're looking to see if the shot clock should be reset. So we'll have a replay time and watching both coaches. And we see the aggression of this Panthers team. When you said it, when you drive, you can get rewarded, and the Panthers have been rewarded by the free throws tonight.
Yeah, when your shot is not falling, you have to change it up and get to. There's 2 things that happen. Number 1, you get the lid off the basket. Your confidence goes up by, you know, getting easy bunnies. But as you can see, the Lions already had one guy foul out of the game, so they get real thin and real tentative on defense. So it's a win-win for you. Keep attacking.
All right, so it will be Panther basketball. As we see the points in the paint. Only 34 in this game. Now VMI kind of got out of control, so that might be a bit skewed, but the fewest by a bunch for the Panthers, and they get that paint scoring mostly from their guards. Wilson Frame guarded closely. .20 on the shot clock. Now 1 minute in the half and an offensive foul on Chukwuka.
He may have extended his arms maybe when he went to roll. That's something that happens a lot. He didn't really catch anything, but it looks like that's what it could have been.
Take a look.
Oh, wow.
That means you didn't like it. Oh, Smith stopped. One more dribble. He probably sets up for the three and a chance to tie this game. Diggs, that's not his shot. Smith, plenty of time on the shot clock. Crossover, he's going to drive. Lays it up, misses. Rebound by Smith and taken away as it was on the ground by Malik Ellison.
Still enough time. They don't have to foul yet. Still waiting to get a stop.
Blackman going for looking at a steal. You don't have the close guarded anymore. Here's Johnson. Good defense by Blackman. He really bodied up that whole possession. Wilson Frame, an off balance three, no good. Rebound to North Alabama. A chance to tie it. Agnew, high archer, partially blocked by the Panthers. No foul yet, and Diggs fouls out. As the Panthers lead by 3 with 1.4 seconds to play.
Wilson Frame wanted that three badly, and then he got here and made up for it with some good defense.
Second time we've seen it. This first time on that end. I think he just got a piece of it. As Diggs fouls out. 12 points, 5 rebounds. So really for the Panthers, you make a free throw here, and it's ball game. There's a timeout left for North Alabama. And Agnew checks back in. As finally Diggs, I thought he had gone to the bench. I said, wait, I got 5 fouls?
His way back.
He knew he had 5 fouls. You could watch him the way he was playing defense. The free throw, that should seal it right there.
Outstanding game for Xavier Johnson. 22 points, 9 for 11 from the line. That's who you want at the line, closing it out, your point guard.
And the second free throw is good, and a timeout by the Panthers. So beyond don't foul, what do you think Jeff Capel's telling his team right now?
Don't foul. I think we have a historic play in our history books where we fouled with a lead and lost the game, so we definitely don't want to repeat one of those situations.
Now it's a 5-point lead, so even a 3 and a foul isn't going to get you where you need to be. It would be some kind of extraordinary circumstance that I can't fathom right now in my head. But I tell you what, as Rafael Araujo Lopes scores for the football team, and that's why you hear the crowd going nuts as they showed it on the big screen, and the Panthers now lead Wake Forest 12-10.
I thought Charles Smith walked in the doors or something like that.
We're going to finish this game first. Agnew shot off and no good. And the Panthers survive. First, Julius, take us from North Alabama's standpoint.
Well, I think they played a great game. Something to build on. Coach got a young team. They should walk out of here with their heads held high.
For Jeff Capel as he approaches this 5-point win.
Hey, we didn't shoot the ball well, but we got the job done being aggressive going to the line.
23 points from Xavier Johnson, 15 from Malik Ellison as the Panthers win it. For Julius Page and our outstanding crew, I'm Jeff Hathorn saying so long from Pittsburgh, where the final score is Pitt 71, North Alabama 66. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live on the ESPN app. To watch this game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.